What's going on, YouTube? Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. What's going on with you? What up with it? So, I hope you guys have been taking care of yourself. I hope you guys have been happy and enjoying your lives. You know what I'm saying? Smiling, laughing, kikiing. Also, I hope you guys have been staying out of the way. Please slide over. Let big man through. I definitely need space. Let's go. So, this is I'm back at it again on my spiritual stuff, you know what I'm saying? So this is all for my 1111 people and people that are just being awakened up by what sometimes symbols can mean and what they mean for you in when the universe and when this world is trying to tell you something symbolically through numbers, you feel me? So let's get it. What is 1111 all about? 1111 usually shows up when you're at a crossroad, a moment where awareness, choice, and alignment matter more than action. Here are the main ways understand 1111 layered from a practical to spiritual. So um, one, a wake up moment. 1111 is often called an awakening number. It's like a tap on the shoulder saying, pay attention, something is shifting, not always outside of you, often inside you. Perspective, priorities, and identity. Two, alignment between thought plus direction. So we want to get in the mindset of this as it being a thought plus direction type of movement. When one repeats itself, it emphasizes intent on what you're thinking about, what you're moving toward, what you're deciding not to do anymore. 1111 highlights the idea that your inner world is lining up with your next step for better or worse, so clarity matters. 3, new beginnings, but not random ones. Unlike starting over, 1111 points to a door opening because you're ready, a new chapter after endurance, a shift that requires courage, not comfort. So when things are shifting, that doesn't mean that you're gonna be smoothly adhering to the transaction or transition, because you usually have to run towards your fears, you know what I'm saying, instead of run away from them. So you know what I'm saying, that's when you know, a new chapter after endurance, and also to a shift that requires courage, not comfort. It's definitely not comfort. It often seen when an old identity or season is finishing its work. 4, from a faith-centered lens, if you're grounded in faith, 1111 can be understood as a reminder to trust God's timing, an invitation to walk forward in obedience, even without the full picture, a call to guard your thoughts because direction starts there. Not magic, more like confirmation. Stay aligned. 5, why you're seeing it now. People tend to notice 1111 when they're rebuilding themselves. They're letting go of something painful but familiar. They stand between waiting and moving. Given what I've footnote for myself, given what I've been navigating, health, separation, rebuilding, 1111 fits a season of intentional transformation, not coincidence. One grounded thought, 1111 isn't saying everything will magically work out. It's saying choose consciously, what you focus on next matters. So that's very, very important. That's a grounding thought too. 1111 isn't saying everything will magically work out. It's not this phenomenon, or it's not this heightened sense of what's going on or what to do next. It's not something that's magically saying that, okay, well, when you do start noticing, everything is gonna go perfect and according to it. That's not what it's saying, not at all. So choose consciously, what you focus on next matters. That's the real big part of it. If you choose consciously and pay attention to what you focus on, because that next matters. Also too, when you do start realizing or they start coming to you, try as much as you can to remember what your thoughts were seconds or minutes before, or what you've been thinking about, or what's been heavy on your heart. Try to think about that so it can more align with what you need to do and what your awakening is all about. You understand? So I'm going to break this down a little bit more and go into so all right, let's just back it up a little bit. It is now 5 minutes and 21 seconds into this video. If you are still rocking with Still's View, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. This topic has really been around for a while, but as anything, things shift. There's seasons for things. Maybe people are being brought into this. I would definitely like for you to comment down below. Yeah, down there, comment down below. Don't be scared. I am approachable through YouTube. You know what I'm saying? All I ask for is just speak your truths. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's negative or whether it's positive, I still listen and I see you. And it's all good. So, yeah, just let me know when you started awakening or when you started figuring out that there was something more than you just, seeing these numbers and where you've seen them, the time you've seen them, and the way that it made you feel when you start noticing and understanding what it's really all about. So I'm going to dig a little bit deeper for you guys because that's what I do on here. This channel is about trueness, clarity, you know what I'm saying? It's about realness. It's also about truth, you know what I'm saying? I try to dig deeper for the truth and be transparent with things, you know what I'm saying? So lay it clean and real, no fluff. Here's 1111 through every lens that matters for where you are right now. So 1111 in the mind, awareness plus thoughts. 1111 shows up when your thoughts are powerful right now, not because of manifestation hype, but because your beliefs are solidifying, old mental loops are breaking, a new international narrative is forming. Message: slow your thoughts, choose them on purpose. This number often appears when the mind is finally catching up to what the soul already knows. That's a jewel right there. That's serious. This number often appears when the mind finally catches up with what the soul already knows. So that's very important. So your soul is a little bit more deeper than your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Your soul and the timing too. That's a very important thing. So your soul, your mind is really catching up to where your soul wants to be and where your soul knows already. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means when I come on here and I speak upon or I mention soul ties. You know what I'm saying? Your soul knows a lot of stuff that your mind really don't know yet. So I just had to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? So 1111 in relationships, love, separation, reconnection. In relationships, 1111 doesn't automatically mean reunion. It means truth alignment. That can look like honest distance instead of false closeness. That's very important. You know what I'm saying right there. That's a big one. So let's just break it down just a couple of seconds. Honest distance. Honest distance basically means, in my opinion, and what it means is that you choose to take a honest leave. You know what I'm saying? Your leave is not because you're abandoning. Your leave is not so you can go out and do whatever you want to do in your relationship, and then just be no repercussions or no karma in that way. But what it does really mean is that you're taking time out for yourself to reach your higher self, to get in tune, to strengthen yourself. You get what I'm saying? So that's what makes it healthy in relationship. But it also doesn't automatically mean reunion. You know, it basically you're aligning yourself up with truth or what you need to further on and move on in a relationship. And that can look like honest distance instead of false closeness. You don't want to pretend to be, you don't want to shack up and be close. And in the back of your mind, you know that you have things that you have to overcome. You know that there's things that you need to work on alone for you to come back and be the strongest, best person you can. You know what I'm saying? So that can look like honest distance instead of false closeness. Loving someone without abandoning yourself. Accepting that clarity matters more than control. If you're separated or strained, 11:11 says don't force timing. Focus on becoming whole, not convincing. The hard truth. Sometimes alignment means release before restoration. 11:11 in faith, God's timing, not sign chasing. From a faith lens, 11:11 isn't a sign to chase. It's a reminder to stand steady. Think of it as be still and know. A call to obedience over urgency, guarding your heart and your mind. That's important too. When you feel like, because I know there can be a situation where you feel like you have to guard your heart. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're in a situation where you feel like your heart is easily getting hurt, or you have to safeguard your heart and protect your feelings. You know, it's okay to protect your feelings and to guard your heart and mind. Also, too, with the mind, it's like when you guard your mind and you definitely need peace, sanity. That's beneficial for not just you, but it's beneficial for the whole relationship all the way around the board. You know what I mean? So guarding your heart and guarding your mind, basically think of it as that. God doesn't need numbers to guide, but he will use moments to get your attention. That's hard right there. God doesn't need numbers to guide, but he will use moments to get your attention. So for all of the people out there that think of it as evil, or think of it as cult like or stuff like that, that's not the case. You shouldn't really judge like that, because God takes his moment into getting your attention any way that he knows how, any way that you can focus on yourself and know that he's trying to speak to you and the universe is talking to you. So don't judge people that follow the philosophy. You know what I'm saying? We must not be judging one another, but loving. I mean, that's the greatest command that Jesus left here, is to love one another, right? So God doesn't need numbers to guide, but he will use moments to get your attention. Translation: stay aligned. I'm working even when you can't see it. 11:11 in rebuilding your life. This is where 11:11 hits hardest for you. It shows up when you're rebuilding from loss or collapse. You're choosing discipline over comfort. You're learning who you are without the old structure. It's the number of foundation, integrity, consistency, not flashy growth, but real growth. That's hard right there too. Not flashy growth. So you're not in everyone's face talking about what you're doing, how you are, what you're becoming. You're just growing. You're falling into place. You're changing yourself. You're trying to stay positive. You're trying to have faith, and you're trying to realign and regrow whatever you're becoming. You know what I'm saying? That's real growth. Real growth is not flashy. It's not in your face talking about I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm going to become this, I'm going to become that. Just let it be. People can see, people are going to see in the end what you become, and then believe me, that's when the questions are going to ask. So what are you doing? I noticed you've changed a lot. Oh, you lost a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Is he smoking krills again? You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people formulate their own ideas about your life. They formulate opinions, or they get to thinking they know whatever you're going through just by the outside appearance. They don't know how hard you struggled when you weren't feeling well mentally and physically to get into that gym and not let distractions like weather, you being tired or you being comfortable, get to you. People don't know. They automatically assume and they come up with their own opinions. Stop that. So 11:11 in decision points. 11:11 often appears when a chapter is done teaching you. A decision has already been made internally. You're hesitating because familiarity. All right, let's just slow down a little bit and go back a little bit, because I'm chopping and I'm screwing up words. So let me just calm down. I know this subject is you know what I'm saying, it's hot. It's a fire subject. So let me just slow down a little bit. You're hesitating because familiarity feels safe than truth. It's saying stop standing in the doorway. So the shadow side of 11:11, which is very, very important. If ignored, 11:11 can also highlight overthinking, spiritual bypassing, waiting for a sign, staying stuck while calling it patience. Wisdom, waiting without alignment becomes avoidance. What to do when you see 1111? Don't wish, don't panic, don't chase meaning. Instead, ask, what am I being asked to align with? What truth am I avoiding acting on? What thought needs to be corrected right now? Then take one grounded step. One sentence that sums up 1111. Oh yeah, we are now in 15 minutes 38 seconds into the video. There is no reason why you've been rocking out with me for 15 minutes. You haven't liked the video. You haven't subscribed to the channel if you're not. You definitely, hopefully, make some comments like I asked you to make, and hit that notification bell so we can be on a time period of where once I jump on and hit that video gets uploaded, you get notified saying that I uploaded a video, and you don't have to go out there and search it, and you just hit a button and you can see Still's view right in your eyesight, just right there. Voila. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. So one sentence that sums up 1111: become the person your next season requires. So become the person your next season require. I'm gonna jump into one more segment into this, and then I'm gonna let you guys have the flow with your subscribing, your commenting, and let me know whatever you got going on beyond 1111. So I'm gonna hit you guys up and hit you with whether this season is waiting, moving, or releasing. And then I'm going to end this video out. So I'm going beyond whatever I intended to. It's just like a bonus for you guys. You know what I'm saying? You guys been showing a lot of love. So I'm just going to go out there on a limb and put some more into it and dig deeper and unravel this 1111 and see what the thing all about. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be straight with you, not vague or mystical. This season is primarily releasing and moving, not waiting. Let me show you how to tell the difference, then I'll land the plane. When a season is waiting is active stillness. God tells you pause when you still feel peace, staying put. There's no inner urgency, just patience. You're being redefined, not restless. Clarity hasn't arrived yet. Key feeling, calm expectancy. Key fruit, patience, not frustration. This does not match what you've been experiencing. When a season is releasing happens when you already know what's over. You feel drained, revisiting the same ground. You're grieving something that no longer is growing. Your body and spirit are tired of carrying it. Releasing doesn't mean hatred or abandonment. It means laying down what can't come with you. I'm just gonna go over that one time more, nice and slowly, and emphasizing for the people that this really matters for the most. You know what I'm saying? When you have to let go of something and you have to try to let yourself get better, and you may possibly can revisit the situation. Releasing doesn't mean hatred. It doesn't mean I hate you. I could be talking to you. I could be not talking to you, but it does not mean I hate you. Or also, it doesn't mean that I have abandonment, which you may feel. You know what I'm saying? I can understand why you feel like you've been abandoned, but it means laying down what cannot come with me anymore. So, if I have chose, or if you have chose to do that, it just basically at its basics means that the old way of me, the old way of doing things, and the old ways that I accepted, they can't come with me anymore if I choose to move on with things. You know what I'm saying? So it's with things. I cannot that old pattern of me, that old personality can't come with me anymore. So key feeling that you have out of it is grief mixed with relief. The key fruit, lightness and honesty. This does match my season. This is a footnote for myself. This does match my season, especially with relationships, identity, and old roles. When a season is moving, Moving begins when truth is clear, but courage is required. Comfort is gone. Discipline starts replacing emotion. You're being asked to walk by faith, not by feeling. Moving doesn't mean everything is solved. It means obedience has replaced hesitation. Key feeling: nervous, clarity, key fruit, momentum, even if slow. You are steadfast at the front edge of this. Um, why it's not waiting anymore? Here's the honest tell. If you were meant to wait, you'd feel held instead. Instead, you feel pressured forward. Waiting seasons don't ache like this. Releasing seasons do. What 11:11 is pointing to here, 11:11 shows up when the decision is already made internally. The old chapter has finished teachings. Alignment now requires action. It's not saying hold on, it's saying step through. Um, the order matters. Don't skip this. Release what's no longer aligned. Move with intention, not impulse. Then rest comes later. Trying to wait when you're meant to release feels like suffocation. One grounded truth for you. This is one grounded truth for you guys that this video is for. You know what I'm saying? God does not keep people in limbo when obedience is available. You're not being punished, you're being repositioned. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. As this video comes down to an end and it winds out and it closes out, I just wish that this video and hope that this video has brought some clarity in what 11:11 is really about. For the people that are in the know, I welcome you to it. I say use these thoughts about it to shape and manifest in your life, you know what I'm saying, and not just take it as a chasing thing and always wondering. Just let it be. You know, when you catch it, just ask yourself the questions that that was set out in the video. You know what I mean? And also too, for the newcomers, for the people that are in a cycle of shift where you're waking up to it and you're starting to notice different things about yourself and your life and the way that things are trying to speak to you and communicate with you. Definitely tap in, subscribe to the channel, because the whole 11:11 thing is it's really a broad spectrum, and it fits into a lot of transformation. It fits into communication. It fits into obedience. It fits into also enlightenment. You know, I come and bring this stuff to you. I find the information, or I am blessed with having and giving you the information, you know what I'm saying, free of charge. So I would appreciate if you guys please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Please show me some love, just like I'm showing you guys some love by bringing this to you and taking time out of my life and explaining things to you and trying to figure out what's what. Until then, I thank you guys. I also thank my new subscribers. Definitely, I appreciate all of you guys in the comments that you have been making and the love you have been showing. Until then, please check the video out. Peace. I'm out.